So here we have this National Tree Company North Valley Spruce pre-lit artificial Christmas tree. Now I'm going to quickly unbox and show you how to set it up, and then I'll give you a closer look at it along with what I think about it. Alright, so here's the box it came in. It's got some straps on the outside to make sure it doesn't pop open. And then opening this thing up, there's some bubble wrap covering the tree parts. Then taped to this flap are some papers along with some extra lights. This is the 6.5 foot tall tree and it has 3 different sections. They're labeled with these little tags so you can tell which is which, but you can also figure it out by just looking at the bottom of them. Looks like these are pretty standard branches. There's these metal rods that are on a hinge, and then on the end are all these thinner wire branchlets. Also, once I get it put together, I'll see if it'll fit back in this box. Alright, so to set this thing up, we're going to take the stand, fold it out like this, and then we can screw down this screw, and that locks the two pieces together. Then we can drop in the bottom part of the tree, then tighten down this screw here to lock it into place, then the center section and the top. And these just kind of set in place, nothing locks them together. Anyway, now we're going to take the different sections and plug them together, just like this. Same thing with the bottom plugs, and then there's this nice long cord to give it power. And here's what the tree looks like right after you set it up like this. There's quite a bit of work left. You just got to kind of spread out all the branchlets just like this. And then once you do that to the whole tree, it should look nice and full. Alright, and there we go. I just finished fluffing it all out. It was pretty easy. It took just about a half hour. Let me go ahead and plug this in and then I'll give you a closer look at it. It has quite a few lights on it. It looks nice. These branches are pretty standard. They're just a wire with plastic strips tied to them. Not super realistic from up close, but from further away it looks nice. This is the 6.5 foot tall tree and it's about 42 inches wide. The stand is actually a little narrower than I was expecting. It's only 18 inches. It's still plenty stable. It's not just going to fall over, but you do have to be a little more careful about bumping into it. Anyway, like I mentioned, this has quite a few lights on it, so you really don't have to add any more if you don't want to. But if you do, then there's a couple spots on the tree that you can connect them into, which makes it super easy. And there's also a branch sticking out the top that you can put a tree topper, which is nice as well. And of course, if you want to put ornaments on this, it's plenty strong enough to hold them. Now, there is one issue I have with this tree, and that's that the branches aren't very full near the bottom here. You can see there's quite a big gap. It's much better near the top and not very noticeable, but the first 3 or 4 foot of the tree, there's quite a bit of spacing. Now, if you are going to hang ornaments on this, that'll definitely help cover it up, but as it is, it's pretty sparse on the branches. And now pulling it apart, here's what the 3 different sections look like when they're fluffed out, and trying to fit it back in the box is definitely a little tight, so I definitely recommend getting a tree bag for this one. So yeah, the tree has a lot of lights, and it looks pretty cool when it's lit up, but it is a little bit sparse on the branches, and I think for the price, it really should have had a lot more.